While the story looks and feels contrived, much of which comes down to the scripting, it still had the power to move me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
This is Movies First with Alex First.
With a strong environmental message, Blueback is a feel-good story about protecting and saving the reef. Told in flashback, Abby Jackson, Mia Wasikowska, is a marine biologist, a professor working offshore researching coral bleaching. Unexpectedly, she receives a phone call to tell her that her mother Dora, Rada Mitchell, has just had a stroke and can't speak. Urgently, Abby returns to where she grew up on the Western Australian coast. That sparks strong memories of what a strong influence Dora was in helping to formulate Abby's worldview. Introduced to the ocean virtually from birth, Abby took another major step when she was just 8. As a child, she formed a lifelong bond to a wild blue groper whom she named Blueback. Also unfolding is the ugly story of developers who are looking to move in and exploit the pristine land and sea that is the Jacksons' home and surroundings. Dora is passionate about keeping them out and holding them to account, a fervour she passes on to her daughter. Blueback also involves the colourful characters and other influences on the pair's lives. Based on Tim Winton's novel, first published in 1997, the movie is written and directed by Robert Connolly, with additional writing from Winton. While the story looks and feels contrived, much of which comes down to the scripting, it still had the power to move me. The performances are, by and large, solid. Rada Mitchell is impressive as a spirited eco-warrior. I thought the 3 actresses who play Abby did a fine job, starting with pre-teen Ariel John Donahue and moving to Isla Fogg, who has a bigger role as a 15-year-old. Mia Wasikowska, who is in Bergman Island, has been stretched far beyond what's required of her here, but she still displays a level-headed maturity. Eric Banner revels in a larger-than-life persona as an abalone fisherman who doesn't mind bending the rules a little. And then there's a cheeky respect shown by Clarence Ryan as an older Briggs, Abby's childhood friend. He stayed on while she pursued her studies and career much further afield. The landscape and ocean shots, both in and out of the water, are spectacular and instantly hit the mark. Cinematography is by Andrew Comas, with underwater vision from Rick Rafisi. With many emotional moments, Blueback is unashamedly manipulative. It's a family film that some will appreciate more than others. It scores a 6.5 out of 10.
You've been listening to Movies First with Alex First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.